Well, hello there. It's Nat Ferrier, women's leadership expert, creator of the She Lives the Life She Loves program and co-creator of the Practitioner Collective. And I have just been down at the beach contemplating what I would put very simply as the ability for women to say no and to set boundaries. And I was just thinking about why that's really important for us in business and why that's so important, particularly for women who are stepping into leadership positions as well and who are wanting to claim a thought leadership kind of position in the world and put your truth and your insights and your wisdom out there. Why is that so important? And I think the other thing about that that's really important is, the busier that you get and the more competing demands that you have, the more essential that it is that you also be able to practice being able to have a clear, firm, loving no, but also to be able to have clear boundaries about what you can and can't do, and to know yourself well enough, be aware of yourself enough and what your needs are, to be able to be really clear about what you can and can't offer, right? This is really important for that. And I think it's also really important just for the sheer sake of us being able to stand on a stage, up the front of that stage, and to be able to deliver our wisdom on that stage. It's really important to have confronted this stuff within ourselves, because we need to be able to hold that space, stay in our truth, stay in our hearts, and respond to potential opposition, as well as respect and admiration, right? So what is it that gets in the way of us being able to say a clear no and set clear boundaries? And I think the first thing to remember is that there's such a genuine good intention there, right? When we sometimes when we don't want to say no, sometimes it's because we care about the people that we love, we care about our clients, we care about our colleagues, we care about the people that we work with, and we want to please them. We want to help them meet their needs. We want to see them happy, and these are beautiful things, right? So we want to help be a part of that in any way that we can, and want to contribute what we have to offer to that. And that's a beautiful thing to be able to want to give from that place. That's really lovely. But when it's coming from a place of fear and then we're doing it to please people, then it starts to become a bit more problematic, right? Because if it's coming from a place of worrying about letting them down and avoiding our own guilt of how we'll feel if we let people down, that becomes problematic. We're running away from our guilt. Also, if we're just afraid of conflict. I think there's the genuine fear of conflict in itself, right? Because nobody likes to be on the receiving end of verbal abuse or, God forbid, physical abuse. Nobody wants that. But there's also the fear of what can be withdrawn in the face of conflict. And, part of that, particularly for women, we're still on the tail end of a time when men have had a lot of power positions and been providers for women, we're still on the tail end, and it's still in our ancestry, it's still in our DNA, it's still in our psyche that, if we pissed off the alpha male, at some point in history we could be left to die. We could have the resources and the material support withdrawn, and we could be abandoned by not only the village, by the tribe, or whoever, and we could be at in an incredible amount of danger and risk when that happened, right? So there is still, in one respect, this incredible underlying fear for women around, particularly for men, and saying no to men, but can be underlying no in general, about, saying no because we fear the consequences and we fear what might be withdrawn underneath that, yeah? And then another part of it can be the sheer simple fear of having love withdrawn and having friendship or support or partnerships or, you know, clients withdrawn because somebody disagrees with us and realizes that their values and our values are out of whack, or maybe we just don't help them get what they want, or whatever the thing is. So there's that fear of the lack of resources, but also the withdrawal of love. Yeah? And this can lead us into all kinds of people-pleasing behaviours and behaviours to try and minimise the risk of creating conflict and damaging relationships, right? But are those behaviours really serving us a lot of the time? I think what it comes down to is coming back to checking in with ourselves if we're in alignment with our own values and our own beliefs, and if we're coming from love, and to be able to then speak about what we need and communicate from that place. Yeah? So I think, what do you do about any of that apart from getting to the bottom of, you know, what your personal triggers are and sort of exploring that with a coach or with a therapist or whoever the professional is that you might explore that with, and coming up with a personal alternative for you around considering how you want to be instead and what reactions you want to have instead. I mean, how do we deal with this fear around no and around setting boundaries? And the thing I was thinking about today, and that I think the single greatest way is to just go headlong towards every possibility in life that we have to say no to, and just damn well hurry up and say it and get it out of the way. Get all those conversations out of the way that you're afraid of the outcome, because you know the ones that are like that, right? Because there's some that you'll read an email, there's some person that'll ring you and you're immediately excited and you just go straight into it. And then those ones where, I don't know about you, but it certainly is for me, sometimes there's emails that you'll open and go, you just get that gut feeling of, I don't know what it is, but there's something about this one, there's an agenda, there's possibly this is going to come back in my face because it's conditional. Seems like something's okay now, but it just could be completely conditional down the track. It's going to get thrown back in my face. And those are the ones you want to run from sometimes, right? But it pays to just go there and just confront the things we want to say no to, and just do it and have those awkward conversations if we have to, and get them out of the way. And if there's people, and there are people when we've been running from that you have to deal with, to bring in the ones that you're in alignment with, you just got to have the awkward conversations to get past that, and to make room for the ones who love you and that you're aligned with. Yeah? But also, in amongst that, what I think we have to do is expect the best, because people around us may well still, it's amazing what changes in your external world when you change your inner world. So when you change your beliefs around this, when you change your fears and confront your fears around this stuff, and then intend to come from a place of trust instead, and intend to come from a place of expecting the best, and intend to come from a place of love, and then you make a commitment to doing that in your life, it is just amazing. I've seen so many times in clients' lives and my lives how things just turn around, and then people start responding to you completely different, and relationships completely change. Yeah? And people in all aspects of life, in your personal life and in your work life, suddenly things are different. So then you have those conversations where you might still feel a bit of resistance, but then it just works out. And you just end up having a conversation about what you both need and how you can support each other. And it works out well. And everybody gets met as best as you can. Sometimes you have to compromise, but it sort of works itself out, right? And then the beautiful byproduct, in terms of what I was talking about at the start, in terms of delivering our message and our wisdom in the world, is once you get confident in that place of being able to communicate your no, and being able to be confident in asserting a boundary, in that respect, then there's not so much fear when you get on the stage, literally get on the stage to speak, and when you get online in a video or you post a post, there's not so much fear. So that's my thoughts for the day, my wellness, social enterprise, humanitarian, business owning leader friends. I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts on this as well. And if you do want to continue to chat about any of that or anything that's brought up, feel free to let me know. I'm here as always. I'm going to go, however, now that it's getting dark. And thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Nat Ferrier, women's leadership expert, creator of the She Lives the Life She Loves program, co-creator of the Practitioner Collective. And until next time, have fun, take care, bye.